Hello, I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my video essay about All Elite Wrestling's very first official pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. Now, even though a lot of the people that appeared on the program are well known throughout the independent circle of wrestling and well known around the world, I'm unfamiliar with a lot of them, so I am going to be looking directly at my notes for much of this video essay, so please forgive me on that. So with the quick results we have during the pre-show buy-in, the Casino Battle Royale was won by Hangman Adam Page, and Kip Sabian defeated Sammy Guerrero. And then on the main card, we have SoCal Uncensored defeating the Strong Hearts, Dr. Britt Baker defeating Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray, and Awesome Kong. It was changed from a three-way match into a fatal four-way with a surprise appearance by Awesome Kong. More on that later. We have the Best Friends defeating Angelico and Jack Evans. We have Shida Abe Mizunami defeating Sakurazaki Shakura and Aja Kong. Then we have Cody defeating Dustin Rhodes. The Young Bucks retained the AAA Tag Team Championship against the Lucha Brothers. And finally, in the main event, Chris Jericho defeated Kenny Omega. But after the match, we have a very surprise appearance by Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose from the WWE. So, the name of this video essay is Betcha by Golly Wow. It's a classic R&B song that was later redone by Prince. The lyric goes, "Betcha by golly wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever, and ever will my love for you keep growing strong." So basically, with the event coming from Las Vegas, which is all about betting, that's where the betcha comes from. But more importantly, there's been a significant amount of people who have been craving for a real competition against World Wrestling Entertainment. TNA gave it a good shot, but it just can't quite keep up, and they're just always struggling. So AEW, this is really their big put up or shut up event, because there's an audience that's craving for a different type of wrestling than what the WWE was offering, and this is AEW's big opportunity to say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're going to provide, and we hope you love it. And with many fans already coming on board, selling out the event within minutes, the show had to be good, and the show was very, very good. I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more if I was familiar with the athletes that were in the event. I know some of them because they have worked in TNA and made appearances here and there, so I have seen some of them. But like Kenny Omega, I've never seen Kenny Omega wrestle. I've seen him play video games. There's a great match he had against the New Day a couple of months ago, but I've never seen him actually wrestle. So it was really fun to see folks I haven't seen for a while, and a whole lot of folks I haven't seen before. So I'm going to tell you some of the things I liked about the pay-per-view, and then I want to say a couple things I didn't like about the pay-per-view, and finally just give my summation at the end. So first thing, Pyro. Oh, pyro. Now, the pyro wasn't extravagant. I mean, it was basically a couple of explosions or a couple of heat flares here and there. But still, just the use of it was just so refreshing. Makes it really feel like a big program. And the set itself, while relatively simple, just having a uniquely designed set with the big poker chips with the two separate entries, with this weird light thing in the center, really makes it feel like a really special show as opposed to just an extra long episode of your regular wrestling program. But of course, they haven't had a regular wrestling program. That's not until the fall, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, the use of pyro and the simple yet interesting set design was something wonderful. Another thing, the program says this is all inclusive and sensory inclusive. I'm not sure how that would work, but hey, they said that's what the event is, so kudos to them on that. Congratulations. Another thing was wonderful is having Jim Ross on commentary. As soon as he started speaking, it was like putting on a old comfortable pair of pants or singing an old comfortable tear. Just hearing his voice was just so wonderful and personal. I really felt like, yeah, I want to watch a really cool wrestling program. And he even had like Justin Roberts doing the ring announcement. And he almost got ran over during one of the matches very early on. The wrestlers dived out of the ring and hit Justin Roberts. So first he was okay, but still having him as the ring announcer, having Jim Ross on commentary, it was just like, just sort of refreshing. We're doing new things, but at the same time, there's just enough classic and familiarities to settle in folks like myself who's more familiar with what's going on with the WWE. So I really appreciated that. We also have some special costumes for the night. First is SoCal Uncensored came out in Daredevil, motorcycle Daredevil type of attire. Evil Knievel, that's what I'm trying to think of, Evil Knievel. That was really cool. The Young Bucks came out in Elvis Presley inspired attire, so that was really awesome. Cody attacking a symbol of Triple H. And there have been some people that argue that, well, it's not really Triple H that's holding the WWE back. Triple H has done wonders with NXT and several of the WWE network programming. Where Vince McMahon, he's ultimately the decision of the SmackDown and Raw. But at the same time, Vince McMahon doesn't really have any personal iconography. Okay, Triple H has the sledgehammers and the crotch chops and the skulls and the crown and the big iron cross and special entrances. Vince McMahon doesn't have any other personal iconography. So yeah, I can understand why they would attack a symbol that's really Triple H, but even though they really should be attacking Vince McMahon. Still, one way or other, it was cool. It was just fun. It was cool. Just adding that little extra flair and specialness to the whole event. Another thing that was amazing was seeing Dustin Rhodes bleed like crazy. I don't know if it was meant to be that much, but it was just unsettling at times. I know this program is definitely going to not be afraid of blood, which is good, but I was really getting concerned. I was just flowing and flowing and flowing. I was like, and they just kept wrestling and more and more and more. And even afterwards, we had the little promo with Cody saying, I need my brother for an upcoming tag team match and things like that. It's like, get him to the back, get him down, get him, take him, okay. I was really concerned. He's a 50-year-old man. He shouldn't be doing this kind of crazy bleeding and things like that. But still, it was a crazy night. That match was personally my match of the night. Seeing Cody and Dustin, that was a crazy, great match with or without blood. But with the blood, it was like, wow, wow. And finally, of course, Jon Moxley making that surprise appearance. Finally answering the question, is he really leaving the WWE, or is it just a long con by the WWE? So yes, he is out of the WWE one way or another. And he's firmly spinning himself in this new frontier with All Elite Wrestling. And amazing as his appearance was, my favorite appearance was Awesome Kong. I loved Awesome Kong. She's one of the few things I could even enjoy about the Glow TV series on Netflix, where she performs this character called Welfare Queen. And it was just really fun to see her come out. And she didn't do a lot in the match, but still what she contributed was wonderful. It really elevated the entire match and the entire show. So that was my personal big, oh my goodness, it's. No respect to Jon Moxley or any of the other surprise people. Still, that was me. It's like, oh my goodness, it's Awesome Kong. That was my big highlight. So on the negatives, though, there aren't a lot of negatives, but there are a couple of negatives. First of all, they established that tag team matches, instead of a 5 count to exchange members, you get a 10 count. But the referees never really counted. And they also say, well, the referee has discretion of what they can allow, which is fine. But the tag teams would just come in and out and come in and out. And like the referees would barely admonish these people. I'm like, are you going to have these rules and don't establish a rule and then ignore it? That's a big problem with the WWE. They like to establish the rules and then all of a sudden they change them or ignore them or whatever. So that was just really annoying. If you say, we have 10 counts, then use those 10 counts. So that was very frustrating. Another thing that was frustrating, and I understand is this new style of wrestling, but I don't like it. It happens a lot in NXT as well, is when people get hit in the head over and over and over and over again. They take about 2 or even 3 dozen head strikes, and yet they keep kicking out. and keep kicking out and keep kicking out. And I'm thinking, well, what's going to actually put these people down? If you get hit in the head over and over again, if you're getting maneuvers from the top rope onto your head or onto your shoulders, things like that, you're still kicking out. I was like, well, what can actually keep you down? So that's something that really annoys me about this modern style of wrestling. I understand that wrestlers are supposed to be like, larger than life and seem like, practically invincible. But, I just want a tad bit of realism, especially since you have Jon Moxley who does a double arm DDT and that's his finisher. Or you have Chris Jericho who has the new finisher, the Jericho effect or whatever. But basically it's a spinning back elbow. It's like, so after all those head strikes, a spinning back elbow, that's going to keep a person down, or a simple DDT is going to keep this person down when everyone else is getting kicked and punched and slammed and bounced all over their heads. So yeah, that's just something that annoys me. All these head strikes and people keep kicking out and kicking out. Another thing I was surprised by, where there were no signs in the arena, and I don't know if that's just to give it more of a sports feel to the event. I don't know if that's how it's done around the world more often than the WWE. I don't know if that's just a mandate of the MGM Grand. Maybe just the MGM Grand wouldn't allow signs. It was just a little surprising. Lots of T-shirts, though. There were plenty of people wearing all kinds of T-shirts in support of the event, but still, it was just a little strange that I didn't see any signs. The other thing was disappointing for me was the design of the new championship belt. Bret Hart debuted the championship belt, and they didn't really get a good camera shot of it. It took a while for people to find a good camera shot. And while I like the design of it, I hate how huge it is. Title belts just keep getting huger and huger and huger, and it's like they're going to be a point where just a giant shield, and I just get annoyed how larger and larger these belts come. In fact, one of the female athletes, Rio Abe, I believe her name is, she came out with 2 championship belts, and I swear that woman is so slim, and it's just so weird to see her recording these giant belts. It's like you could probably fit 3 of her inside one of the belts that she had. So you got this new All Elite Wrestling Championship, which is just gigantic, and it's like, the belts don't need to be super huge, okay? So that annoyed me. The design is nice, but it's just so big. That annoyed me a bit. So what did I think of the show overall? I enjoyed it very much. It was exciting. It was fun. The matches just went from next to next to next. There weren't a lot of promos in between, which is kind of good, which also makes sense because there's no real history. This is their first official show, so I really want to have packages before and afterwards. But still, I hope they sort of keep that going forward, that they don't boggle things down with pre-shows and interview segments and promo before getting to the matches. We're here to see a wrestling event. Let's see the wrestling. So I definitely appreciated that. They announced that their next pay-per-view will be later on in the year. I don't know if I'll see it, not because I'm not interested, but because I'm on a very limited budget. So I'm just lucky enough to have money for this pay-per-view. If I, I might not have money for the next pay-per-view, but still, if I can afford it, then I'll probably check it out because so far, so good. So yes, I'm excited for AEW. I'm excited for what they're going to bring to the professional wrestling landscape. I hope they are a great competitor for the WWE, and I hope both companies, AEW and WWE, grow together as they compete against each other. But hey, we'll see. Okay, the WWE has seen them come, and they've seen them go. But for right now, I can say All Elite Wrestling's Double or Nothing. Excellent show. Wonderful. Congratulations, gentlemen and ladies. All right, so those are my thoughts on the pay-per-view. I would love to know what you thought of the night. Be sure to share whatever comments you have in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere.